Paul Ehrlich was born on 14th March 1854 in Strahlen, now known as Southwest Poland. He was the second child of Rosa Weigert and Ismar Ehrlich. After his schooling, he joined the University of Wroclaw to pursue medicine. He was inspired by his cousin Karl Weigert and started research in pigments and staining tissues for microscopic study. He got graduated from the Leipzig University in 1882. He married Hedwig Pincus in 1883 in the synagogue in Neustadt. The couple had two daughters, Stephanie and Marianne. In 1878, he discovered a granulate which could be visualized by an alkaline dye and named it the mast cell. In 1880, he demonstrated nucleated RBCs, the precursors of erythrocytes. In 1881, he published a new urine test to distinguish various types of typhoid from simple cases of diarrhea. In 1889, Ehrlich came across methylene blue, which is regarded for staining bacteria. He used methylene blue in two patients having malaria, and the fever subsided, and the malaria plasmodia disappeared. In 1891, Robert Koch invited Paul Ehrlich to work at the newly founded Institute of Infectious Diseases in Berlin. In 1894, Paul Ehrlich, along with Robert Koch, discovered remedy for diphtheria. In the early 20th century, syphilis was spreading like anything. Back in 1905, Erich Hoffmann and Fritz Schwerin discovered that the disease was caused by Treponema pallidum, a spiral-shaped bacterium that is spirochete. Hoffmann encouraged Ehrlich to investigate Ars phenomenon for syphilis. One of his assistants failed in his attempt, but Sahajiro Hata, a Japanese bacteriologist, injected some Ars phenomenon into a rabbit with syphilitic ulcers, and the cure was found. Later, it was tested in a patient, and it was a success. And this is how the salvarsan was discovered. In 1908, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology for his contribution to immunology. On 17th August 1915, Ehrlich suffered a heart attack. He died on 20th August in Bad Homburg-Wondau. He was buried at the Old Jewish Cemetery, Frankfurt.
Salvarsan or asphenamide, also known as compound 606, is an antibiotic which was the first effective treatment against dangerous infections such as syphilis, relapsing fever, and trypanosomiasis. Ehrlich theorized that a drug could be found which would have an antimicrobial action but not kill the human patient. Hence, it was termed as the magic bullet.
In 1954, West Germany issued a postage stamp on the 100th anniversary of the birth of Paul Ehrlich. He is known as the father of chemotherapy. He introduced the concept of selective toxicity. A 200 Deutsche Mark banknote featuring Ehrlich was released in 2001. He was the founder and first director of Paul Ehrlich Institute, a German research institute.
One eternity later.
അമ്മാവന്റെ ആദ്യത്തെ കല്യാണം ഇത്
ആദ്യത്തേതും
ഇക്ക പൊറോട്ട ഇറച്ചിയും പിടിച്ചേരാ
കുഴിക്ക മാട്ടെന്നെ
പൊന്നോ ഒടുക്കത്ത അഭിനയം
ഒരുപാടുണ്ടല്ലോ എന്റെ സ്കിൻ എന്റെ ഫേസ് ആന്റി ബാധ്യ
ചത്ത് 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 ചത്ത്
Ini bye bye ala rodem kudikari.